Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Mass Effect. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as we destroy the Thorian. We're killing the Thorian because it's mean, really. At the end of the day, that's why we do what we do. I also die a lot, by the way, and I don't like it. I don't like the dying. My companions need to be here right now. And I can't zoom in because I'm very injured. Okay. Are we good? No, we're not. They did a reasonable job here. Going in for the punch.
Shepard.
Nope. They pierce through armor, whatever their attacks. That might have been the reason. I can't zoom in. Keep waiting for the zoom in, and that's why I wasn't shooting, by the way. Okay. Now, can I do melee attack without zooming in? Let's find out. Yes, I can. Okay. Because I don't have healing kits. And that's going to be an interesting thing. Unless, of course, we find... Yeah, we have a medical station over here. Let's get in there. We got 3. Okay, let's take care of one of that. Not ideal because, of course, now I'm in cooldown and I can't use it again. There's still some more of these guys. So some of them never come back to life or wake up. Oh. What am I doing here? Oh. I think they might wake up. Yes, they do. They might wake up when we start shooting things. And of course they do. So when I go for a... Oh, it's not shooting. It's just... It doesn't... The weapon doesn't shoot half the time. I think that's just how the system works. Okay, so it also confirms that they don't die when the node goes out, which I kind of thought might have been the case. Oh, there's another one. There's something back here on the minimap. Maybe lower level. It looks like it's on a lower level. We really can't go anywhere, so it has to be. Okay. Yeah, because we're in combat. So unless blowing this up opened anything... Oh, we did! Hi.
You must die.
I really must not. In fact, it's the opposite of that. Critical mission. And that was, of course, critical mission failure. Okay, so one thing that I really need to be careful of is spotting the freaking clone, because that is brutal. Okay. That's not a clone, that's a creeper. That's another creeper. That's... Can I not change my target? I don't think I can. Oh. That is the clone, okay. Does this work? Nope, it does not. Oh, I died. So it's like a grenade.
You must die.
And the shields go out, that's for sure. I didn't try this before. Maybe I should have. That's pretty good. I cannot fight very well because of my companions always on the way or in the way. It really sucks that they pierce my shield even with their melee. Huh, I love it. What really sucks as well is that my accuracy sucks if I'm not zooming in. Although we did get a level up. Keep just getting them, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. Yeah, the Asari goes down pretty sharp if I do the correct objectives. So yay for higher difficulty. It forces me to figure things out. And actually, it's a lot better to figure things out in close quarters like this. Figure out how to use the skills, I mean, in close quarters like this, as opposed to what we were using them in before. Is that our thing?
Got her on the ropes now, Commander. Has to drop soon.
That was considerably weaker than the other one that we shot before. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, that's the clone. Oh, I didn't use the thing? Maybe I... Oh, no, there it is. Oh, overheating. He didn't give me the sound. Yeah, it does that. And not overheating anymore. That's the Sadi gone. And so is my special ability. Oh, freaking hell. Yeah, that's what you get for staying in my way. I was gonna save you. I really was. It's just blocked the path. Okay. There's a lot of them still. Let's see. Do I have grenades? I do not. Oh, come on. Oh, it's this way. It's a little bit of a waste to use that over here. Oh, he's not shooting. He's just not shooting. I tell you, half the time he does not. Feels, you know what it feels like? As if, there we go. As if my mouse was misbehaving and it just wouldn't click. It just doesn't take damage. It's a full cartridge for a little bit of damage. Unbelievable. Unreal. But it isn't bullet soaks. It's just the game being weird and buggy. Basically, these are bugs, basically. It's collision. Either invisibility frames or collision meshes that are janky. Or it is definitely not my mouse acting up, by the way. I grew up extending the life of my hardware to the maximum extremes possible, and so I am very well acquainted with mice that are not acting properly, and everything else really. But I don't do that anymore, and I look after my hardware, and this has been happening. It doesn't start today, so it's not a thing that is happening right now. It's just a game that's bugged. It's definitely a bug. So I'm not sure of anything. I'm not sure of anything.
You must die.
Please don't say that ever again. It's just not shooting. Okay. Did she die? I don't think she did. She's complaining still, so she's back with armor. It's so difficult to not shoot our companions. Good. I think she died. Lots of experience that we gain with this.
Bag 'em and tag 'em.
Please don't do any of such things. Save the game is what you mean. Yeah, look at how much tougher this one is. But I know... I was gonna say I know your tricks. But then the game absolutely betrayed me. And made it so that my Made it so that my melee attack didn't do what it should have done. And I don't know why. I don't like any of this. I don't know why I took so much... Rex is infuriating. You saw it happen twice. I have no idea why. So the trick is to shoot this thing and get ready for them to pop out of the ground. Or not out of the ground, but you know what I mean. Because that's what they do. So these guys are different. I think that's why it that's why it didn't work, the punch. Those guys go for, they don't throw up, they actually attack me. This is bad news.
I'm free.
Oh, good news.
I suppose I should thank you for releasing me.
Is everything all right? Are you hurt?
I am fine, or I will be, in time. My name is Shiala. I served Matriarch Benezia. When she allied herself with Saren, so did I. Benezia foresaw the influence Saren would have. She joined him to guide him down a gentler path. But Saren is compelling. Benezia lost her way.
Are you saying Saren can control minds?
Benezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
Typical Asari meddling. About time it bit you in the ass.
Asari matriarchs are among the most intelligent and powerful beings in the galaxy. How could one fall under Saren's control?
Saren has a vessel, an enormous warship unlike anything I've ever seen. He calls it Sovereign. It can dominate the minds of his followers. They become indoctrinated to Saren's will. The process is subtle. It can take days, weeks, but in the end, it is absolute. I was a willing slave when Saren brought me to this world. He needed my biotics to communicate with the Thorian, to learn its secrets. Saren offered me in trade. I was sacrificed to secure an alliance between Saren and the Thorian.
It serves you right. I don't know if she's a companion. I think she is.
Saren's pretty quick to betray his own people.
He was quick to betray the Thorian, too. After he had what he wanted, he ordered the Geth to destroy all evidence of its existence. Saren knows you are searching for the conduit. He knows you are following his steps. He attacked the Thorian so you could not gain the cipher.
What's the cipher? And why did Saren need it?
The beacon on Eden Prime gave you visions. But the visions are unclear, confusing. They were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence. The Thorian was here long before the Protheans built this city. It watched and studied them. When they died, it consumed them. They became a part of it.
So the Thorian taught Saren to think like a Prothean. How?
The cipher is the very essence of being a Prothean. It cannot be described or explained. It would be like describing color to a creature without eyes. To understand, you must have access to endemic ancestral memory. A viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean generations. I sensed this ancestral memory, the cipher, when I melded with the Thorian. Our identities merged, our minds intertwined. Such knowledge cannot be taught. It simply exists.
Actually, color doesn't come from the eyes. It comes from our brain. So you can describe color to a creature without eyes, because the creature might have other ways of interpreting the world that are not eyes, but still allows them to see color or other things. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's just how it goes. Really, at the end of the day, I was gonna say, you can't even describe color to people or to a creature. I suppose we're talking about aliens and whatnot. That has, for example, it has eyes but sees in monochrome. Color doesn't make sense. Like describing color doesn't even make sense in the first place. You can't describe color in objective terms. It's like because it's all constructed in our brains. Like for example, if an animal has more than three color receptors, which is how many we have, then they will see colors that we don't see. And I realize that's weird to say. I mean, it might be weird to say. The thing is, I don't know. I actually don't know. But imagine cows have 5 color receptors and they see 5 different colors. I know there's. I think it's the. There's something burning really hard on our right side, by the way. I think it's the... I don't know the name of the thing. It's a shrimp. What is it? Clown shrimp, I believe. Is it the clown shrimp? I think it is called the clown shrimp. And if it is called the clown shrimp, and if you look up a video on YouTube, which is... there's a specific video that is like a fake documentary that is kind of funny. It's not kind of funny. It's super hilarious. But anyway, that's where I learned about that thing. And that guy, that little shrimp, has 13 color receptors, which means that it sees 13 different colors. We only see 3 of them, but like when we say 3 different colors, it's the color theory thing where you have blue. Actually, what do we see? Yeah, we see blue, red, and green. And then it's the mixture of all of them that make all the different colors. And that's how the colors exist in our eyes, but that's not an objective thing. That's exclusively for our eyes. 2 different blues that look exactly the same to us will look differently for something that can see, for example, infrareds, which is another color. And because maybe one blue has, I don't know, something as simple as a sunscreen on it, and the other one doesn't. So the infrareds get reflected on the one that has the sunscreen, and the blue that doesn't have sunscreen won't reflect infrared, so it won't look infrared. But anyway, the point is, it's weird to think of, oh, that animal sees 13 colors, and the immediate thought about it is you think, oh, so there are more colors than the ones that we can see. But that is not true. There are not more colors than the ones that we can see. The colors that we see don't exist. In the sense that when you say are there more colors than the ones we can see, you're thinking that the colors are objective and are something that we can access in reality. Like, for example, is there a chair in their room? You can ask that, and that is an objective thing that you're asking. Either there are chairs in their room or there are not. Insofar as, chairs are objective objects and not just a construct of our thing that we use to a construct of our minds that we use to classify things in the real world. But let's not get into that sort of discussion, because otherwise it's the rabbit hole of what it means to exist. But anyway, let's not get into that. If you ask how many chairs are in their room, you're asking a specific objective question that you can ask somebody else to go and check, and they go and check and they tell you there's 5, and you can repeatedly test if there are indeed 5 chairs in that room. Colors are not like that. If the stream tells you they see 13 different colors, then you yourself, as a person who sees 3, can't say that there are 10 colors that you don't see, and that that you don't have access to, because that's the 3 colors that you see in the first place are not colors. They're not chairs. They're just an interpretation of the chair, or in the sense that the interpretation of the color. I don't know why I'm talking about color. Oh, I know why. Because they use the bad example. It's not the eyes that see color. It's the brain. And also, by the way, I think I might be mistaken on this. People who because you can see colors in your dreams. Blind people see colors in their dreams as well. And I don't think I'm wrong in saying this, but I remember reading about this, and I think that's one of the examples but it may depend on what kind of blindness it is, because of course dreams are constructed memory. They're constructed memories for sure, but in the sense they are based off of our memories. So if you're there's different names for different types of blindness. But if you became blind during the course of your life, then you have the memory of seeing things. Whereas if you never saw, then the memories will be different. I don't know that people who are born blind cannot dream vision, though. But it is very likely that they can't. Let me know in the comments if you happen to know, or if you happen to be blind. And yeah, so I'm always happy to learn more of that stuff. But anyway, color, he definitely cannot be explained, and it certainly doesn't have anything to do with the eyes. And I think Shiala might be a companion. That's why I'm being nice to her. It has nothing to do with the fact that she is not or is naked. Oh, I mean, it is. She isn't. It has nothing to do with any of that. Let's go with this one.
I need that knowledge to stop Saren.
There is a way. I can transfer the knowledge from my mind to yours, as I did with Saren. Try to relax, Commander. Slow, deep breaths. Let go of your physical shell. Reach out to grasp the threads that bind us, one to another. Every action sends ripples across the galaxy. Every idea must touch another mind to live. Each emotion must mark another's spirit. We are all connected. Every living being united in a single glorious existence. Open yourself to the universe, Commander. Embrace eternity.
It's the shrimp! The 13 color seeing shrimp! That's actually extended version of the video that we saw when we touched the beacon.
I have given you the cipher, just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are part of you now.
Are you alright, Shepard? What'd she do?
She messed up in my mind. I don't like it.
I saw something. It still didn't make any sense.
It's the shrimp.
You have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
You look a little queasy. We should get you back to the ship.
I'm sorry if you have suffered, but there was no other way. You needed the cipher. In time, it will help you understand the vision from the beacon.
I need a cigarette. Because of the... Anyway. What should I do with you immediately? Let's investigate some things before we ask that.
Tell me more about this ship Saren has.
Sovereign is alien. I do not know how it was built or where it comes from. Its design does not match that of any known spacefaring species. It dwarfs any vessel in the Citadel or Alliance fleets. Its weapons are devastating. Its defenses virtually impenetrable. With it, Saren believes he is unstoppable.
I don't think we have seen Sovereign yet.
You said Saren uses it to manipulate his followers.
The indoctrination. There is an energy about Sovereign. You feel drawn to the ship. It makes Saren's arguments more persuasive, more compelling. Spend enough time in Sovereign's presence and you will lose yourself. There is no other way to explain it.
What else can you tell me about Saren?
There is little I could tell you that you do not already know. He's powerful, he's charismatic, and he is dangerous. Once I followed him, blind to his true nature. But now I see he's leading the galaxy into an age of darkness and suffering.
I want to know more about Benezia.
Benezia was greatly respected among our people. A powerful biotic, even for an Asari. She was widely known as a teacher of philosophy and religion. She always sought the paths of peace and harmony. She joined with Saren because she hoped to turn him away from his path of destruction.
Instead, she became one of his most powerful allies.
As I mentioned before, Matriarch Benezia underestimated Saren. Be sure you do not make the same mistake.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Thorian?
When the creature enveloped me, I became part of it, but I still don't truly understand it. So alien, so ancient. Its exact age is impossible to know. It measured time differently. 10,000 years of hibernation broken by a few frantic centuries of activity. Its mind was awesome, magnificent. It transcended all classification. And now it is gone.
Don't tell me you feel sorry for that thing.
The Thorian was a unique life form. A sentient being that lived for 50,000 years, maybe more. There is nothing even remotely like it in the known galaxy. I'm grateful you saved me from a life of thraldom. Yet I cannot help but feel some sorrow for the loss of such a rare and remarkable creature.
It's kind of funny. 50,000 years is nothing in the span of a galaxy. So we're still dealing with, even though they are, these are time spans that are really big for us as like humans from the 21st century. It's because 50,000 years. It's a lot. But if you when you're exploring space, that's nothing. That's today. 50,000 years. Like if we find a planet that has something that happened 50,000 years, like, I don't know, a volcano eruption that happened 50,000 years ago, there's so much more information that we get from that volcano explosion than we would have gotten if the explosion happened 2 million years ago, which is also relatively recent in a planetary life. 2 million years ago is nothing, because, you know, it's nothing. And of course, you know, this is not a volcano eruption, it's a creature, but still, it's interesting to think about how time spans are molded, or in a story, I should say. Like, the game is trying to convey a sense of importance and longevity, but it's also juxtaposing that longevity to space, and that it sort of works counteractive to the narrative a little bit. Like, if it lasted for 3 billion years, then I would be like, oh yeah, it's pretty old. That's pretty old.
I want to know more about you.
There is nothing remarkable about me. I was merely one of Matriarch Benezia's disciples. For nearly 2 centuries, I followed her, learning at her feet. When Benezia revealed her plan to join Saren, she gave her disciples a choice. Only those who were willing had to follow her. Many felt her plan was too dangerous, but I believed in her. I thought she could turn Saren away from his insanity. Instead, we joined him in it.
And we joined as a whole in the end of the episode because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Mass Effect. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead, leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.